Welcome, fellow creators of the strange and the shadowed. If you've ever wanted to craft a world where magic breathes in the dark corners and mysteries lurk just beyond the veil, then you're in the right place. Today, we unravel the secrets of writing dark fantasy, the genre where enchantment and terror walk hand in hand. How do you create a world that feels truly alive? A setting so rich that readers feel like they've stepped into its fog-drenched streets? A magic system that is both alluring and ominous? Stick around, because we're diving into the key elements that will bring your dark fantasy universe to life. Building a dark fantasy world starts with its very foundation, the tone and atmosphere. Imagine a city forever wrapped in twilight, where rain never ceases and cobblestone streets whisper secrets underfoot. The world should feel lived in, yet tinged with unease. Nothing should be purely good or purely evil. There's always a shadow lurking, a secret waiting to be uncovered. Use sensory details to immerse your audience. The scent of damp earth in an ancient crypt, the sound of distant chanting echoing through temple ruins, the flicker of unnatural light reflecting in an old mirror. These small details breathe life into your world, making it as eerie as it is enchanting. Now, let's talk about magic, because what's dark fantasy without it? But here's the thing. Magic should feel like an ancient force, not a cheap trick. It needs rules. It needs limits. Without structure, magic becomes a convenient tool rather than an integral part of the world. Imagine a world where magic is drawn from the blood of fallen kings. The more royal blood spilled, the stronger the magic. Sounds powerful, right? But what happens when the last king dies? What desperate choices will people make to keep power alive? What if magic has a price? A sorcerer who controls shadows, but with each spell cast, they lose a piece of their own humanity. These kinds of rules make magic more than just an ability. They make it a story-driving force. The heart of dark fantasy isn't just magic. It's the mystery woven into every corner. A castle abandoned overnight with no trace of its inhabitants. A book that erases itself after being read. A prophecy that changes every time it's spoken aloud. The best stories keep their readers guessing. Cryptic symbols, hidden messages in murals, artifacts, or ancient texts. Forgotten rituals, magic that requires long-lost ingredients or sacrifices. The unexplained, leave some things ambiguous, let the reader wonder. One of the best ways to create mystery is to give your readers just enough information to spark their curiosity, but not enough to fully satisfy it until the perfect moment. Think of it as a trail of breadcrumbs leading them deeper into the dark. Ah yes, the occult. This is where dark fantasy truly shines. Witches, forbidden grimoires, secret societies that practice rituals under the full moon. But be careful. Just throwing in symbols and incantations for shock value won't cut it. The occult should feel like a deep-rooted part of the world, something whispered about in fearful tones. A town where every full moon, the villagers perform a strange ritual. No one remembers why, but the one time they stopped, people began disappearing. A library filled with books that rewrite themselves at night, but only for those who have already lost something precious to the void. The key here is subtlety. Not everything should be explained outright. Some things should remain enigmatic, lingering in the reader's mind long after they've finished the story. Characters in dark fantasy aren't your typical heroes and villains. They are haunted. They are flawed. They carry secrets as heavy as the worlds they inhabit. The best protagonists are those who struggle with darkness, whether it's within themselves or around them. The cursed hero, a warrior bound by an ancient pact, doomed to wander. The reluctant prophet, a character who receives visions but doesn't want to believe them. The morally gray mage, a sorcerer who bends the rules of magic to achieve their own goals. Your characters should mirror the world, full of shadows and light. Give them choices that make them question their own morality. Make their struggles real and their pain tangible. So there you have it, the keys to crafting a dark fantasy world that lingers in the mind like a forgotten nightmare. Build a world with atmosphere. Weave magic into its very fabric. Keep the mysteries unfolding. And create characters who are as haunted as the lands they roam. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite dark fantasy book or world? Drop it in the comments below. And if you want more writing tips, subscribe and hit that notification bell, because the best stories are still waiting to be written. Until next time, keep your candles lit and your shadows close.